Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today I Bancroft being joined once again by Nick and Jake.
Howdy, howdy.
What's going on, y'all?
Oh man, today's matchup is Nick versus Steve. Steve couldn't join us today. This is actually our finals, so we have Nick with GT and Steve is playing U7. Now, before we get into it, both Jake and Nick had told me that Steve has some interesting tech, and we'll talk about that as it progresses in the matchups. Look forward to that. But yeah, there's buttons down below. There's a place you can put comments. Let us know how you're doing today. Let us know if anything you want us to do. Reach out. We'll reach out back. Yeah, let's get into today's matchup.
I just want to start off by saying I think this is Steve's first appearance on camera in the final. And it sucks that you couldn't be here, but congratulations, buddy, if you're watching. Great job on making it to the top table and on camera.
Yeah, he played a great game. We had a good time playing. There were some things we could work on towards the end. We talked about it once everything was finalized, but I mean, yeah, it was a fun match. Didn't really know which way it was going to go until the very end, so it's a quick one, but a good one.
Sounds like red on red.
Absolutely. So this is the second time I brought GT out. I wanted to build it since Ultimate Squad came out, but Jake and I split the case that we bought, and he took the GT stuff, so I had to kind of wait to get everything in. But I was able to, yeah. But I got my revenge on him last round, so it all worked out in the end. But the way I built the deck so far is I like crit, so I put a lot of crit boys in. You can see I have intensifying power trunks at the energy. I mean, there's the crit Goku from the archetype itself, and then I also run chain attack Bardock. And then real quick before we go any farther, I want to apologize for that misplay just now. The Yamcha counterplay shouldn't have come out that quickly since he hardcasted the Chameleon Man. He was going to play the Android 17 from the drop anyway, or burst it and play it, so it would have opened the timing window correctly there, so I would have hit both cards. So I don't think it really changes much, but I do apologize profusely for that. Please rip me a new one.
You just jumped the gun a little bit. It's okay. Although, I would like... hopefully we'll have Steve on the channel at some point to explain the Chameleon Man tech, but when he explained it to me at the shop, I was literally pogging at the table. I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah, essentially the way the Chameleon Man works is, as an activate main, you can grab a card from your drop area or your deck and put it in your drop area, and then you can choose to either neg a battle card 5k or add one of your battle cards 5k, and you can grab the Android 17 one drop that bursts a card and plays itself when it's put in the drop area. So it doesn't have to be bursted in order to trigger that effect. It has to be moved from the deck to the drop area, so it still works. So it's more ways to thin your deck out.
Yeah, basically for 0 energy, he's getting a plus or minus 5, draw a card, board a card, that's 5k more of combo power, burst an additional card, which is what his deck wants to do anyway, and all of that just cost him 1 energy. It's just so clever and creative.
Yeah, so here we're going to see another tech piece that he puts in here in just a second. He was going to clear the board out and also trying to get my life down low, but here he goes with the 1-star ball to add the double strike Xeno Frieza from his deck onto it. So just another free 15k double strike strength swing, which is pretty damn good if you ask me.
Yeah, depending on what stage of the game it is, if he takes both attacks and then points that double strike at your unison, your whole game plan could be in real trouble.
Yeah, but good thing I have one of the best negates for this deck in hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, difference of status is really it's meant for the deck essentially. It's such a lifesaver in the right times. Hitting the right battle card, just negging it out completely, or machine gunning the board down little bits at a time. Like, it's awesome. So he is finishing out his play here. I don't think he does much else, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So, and then in my turn now, it's a wide open board. I have Crit Gokus under my unison, so I'm able to go in with some pretty heavy pressure this turn. And so I just want to rack up as much damage as I can, because I know U7 just likes to keep that high life total. So if I'm able to just whittle his hand away down to nothing or get his life down to as low as possible, it's really going to help me out when it comes to my kill turn.
Yeah, we've talked about like the best way to really take out U7. You got to go in there heavy early on.
Yeah, either that or in decks with like cheap aggression. I've had success with letting them attack you down to 3 life and then start defending, and then from there you have 12 or 13 cards in hand, and you can just take them from 5 or 6 to 0 in one turn.
No, I am curious exactly as to what he took out of your normal U7 tech for these few green cards or in the chameleon.
So typically when I run U7, I like to go the unison route. A lot of U7 decks that have been topping lately, they either it's one of two. They either go the unison package with either Baby or Jiren, so they can run Videl counterplays, or they take out unisons entirely and just go a more aggressive route. Like they don't even run the 8-drop Ultra Mastery Goku. They just go in with low to the ground, 1 cost, double strikes, dual attacks, just swing, 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 big strikes early on.
I know both me and Jake played the same guy at
TCG Con?
yeah, TCG Con. Thank you. I think we played the same guy, and he played the Scions. So he would play that unison, crack, and play 2 skilllesses immediately and swing both those with like early game pressure.
That was a really popular aggressive build around that time in the meta, but I think now with the Piccolo Jr. unison getting limited, and other changes to the meta, I think U7 has just been experimenting with overall different packages like Nick was talking about.
And Baby Unison, hands down, in my opinion, is still one of the best red unisons right now.
Very solid card.
Yeah, absolutely. I've tried putting it in multiple decks that I've been running lately, and yeah, it's just a monster. Just free defensive combo power or defensive battle power, draw engine, removal. Yeah, it's really nice.
So it seems like you guys are going over the autos here.
Yeah, he was asking about the timing of does he resolve the full activate main of the Goku first before going into the Android 17, and yeah, I just explained to him you have to do everything first and then
It just
you'll
goes
be
into
able to get
pending.
Android 17. Yeah. So in this turn, I can't remember what he does too much here. I know this is his awaken turn, and he just wants to try to clear my field at the same time. Really easy, at least on GT's side, it's really easy to clear the board. Just because a lot of my stuff I'm swinging with regardless because it's more aggressive build. And a lot of decks have easy ways to remove this in this format right now. So a lot of times I don't expect cards to stay on my side of the board for too long. But that's what's the good thing about that Super Saiyan Goku, because I can just get the recurl, get my pieces back under the unison, and play them again.
Yeah, I think GT and U7 are both really popular red decks right now, and I think U7 strength just comes in like the raw value in the battle cards they're playing, and GT strength comes in like the recursion. And it just, the longer the game goes, the more you're in favor as the GT player.
Yeah. So here he was debating on what 2 cards to neg. And with the Chain Attack Bardock, I don't have 3 mono red Saiyans, so I don't get the bond. So it's kind of a little stinker. So he wanted to hit the pan to get the blocker out of the way.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. But luckily I was able to retort with the Yamcha to keep his board relatively low on his turn. Yeah. This is kind of a lull in the match. He's debating on what to do, whether he's going to awaken or not.
The problem is you're at such a high life total that he can't really like pressure you and get much out of it. And you're just going to play your whole board over again next turn if he focuses at the board. Your unison's at a high number of markers. There's just like not a good play line to take that's clear at this point.
Yeah, especially since he's tapped out too. I mean, he can awaken to get the 1 energy back. And I don't know what's in his hand. It's actually pretty big, just from the amount of filtering he's had and the damage pressure I put into him. But I do have some really easy defensive pieces here, like with the Cybermen, just to slow down his attack patterns even more. And even if he wants to awaken, my hand is big enough to where I have enough pieces to stop him. There's no way he's going to get my life down that quick.
Exactly.
Oof.
Yeah. And so here I decide, you know what? You're not getting any more attacks this turn. It's going to be my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew at this point there wasn't really, with the pan, that's not going to really get him to turn 4. And his biggest thing was this actually takes a little bit of a while because he's just thinking about what's going on. Because he really, like, the pan really messes with him because he does have a really interesting line of play that I don't really want to spoil just of yet. But the biggest thing he was trying to do essentially was get to Heartfelt Plea. And he didn't have a way to do that at this point now. He was asking if we could take back the combo step on the battle card swing with the blocker swing. But I told him it was kind of a little too late since we've already finished the combo phase out.
Yeah, it kind of completely changes phase at that point.
Yeah. And so he's essentially he just kept saying the whole time, he's like, that's it. That's the game. That's the game. Which I was like, I mean, it does really hurt him. He's going to have to defend a lot of swings going on his next turn, but I didn't really understand it until it was my turn back to me. He had a lot to think about, essentially.
Yeah, I was curious why he hadn't awakened yet. And I'm also curious, I don't think has he played the Vegeta Secret Rare to your knowledge?
He does not have it, no. He runs Lineage.
Okay.
And I explained it to him as well, like, with his current build being so aggressive, like, I think the Vegeta Secret Rare might not be the best in general, because you kind of want to win before turn 4 anyway, and just being tapped out at that point feels kind of bad if you don't get the win out of it.
Well, also on top of that, the whole he's playing so many cards that aren't Universe 7 as well. It might be hard to even pull that part off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That he does have a lot of tech that cuts down on the overall U7s in his list.
Because remind me, is it the leader's ability if you have 25 U7 cards, you can pull a card back to your hand?
It's a sparking 20, I believe,
So
to just grab. And then I can't remember the full text on the Vegeta card.
I know the secret is sparking 25. That one doesn't specify U7. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I know the awakening condition for the Gokus if you have 7 or more U7s in the drop.
Okay.
So he would have been able to awaken, which he did, but yeah, it was just too expensive for him. Yeah, and so at this point he hits me with the imposing presence, so I kind of have to be a little bit more careful with my swings. But I do have the pan on board, and I do have the 8-drop 30k triple striker, so I'm not too worried about it at this point because I can get over those swings, or I can get over the -5, no problem.
He does have 1 energy. So, like, and I think in this situation right here, that's a single strike. I would just take it, not expend any more resources. Go down 2 life, and then from there, try to defend yourself.
It was really funny, too, because he forgot about the lingering effect from imposing presence. So I was reminding him, like with this Goku, I was like, it's a 15k swing. He's like, how? Like, imposing presence? My man, you put it under me.
I gotta play through it.
And then he wanted to read the big boys to see what they did.
Yeah.
Which is, like I said, this is like how Jake said earlier. This is definitely Steve's first time being in the finals, especially on camera, which is fantastic. He's improved a lot since he started coming to the shop. But something like that—that's a triple strike. Nick could
Triple attack.
Oh, it's triple attack. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't play that card a lot. I couldn't remember.
Yeah. So it's
It's fine.
there's
It's
definitely
fine.
like ways he can worm his way out of this if he has another negate or something. Like I feel like I've gotten out of jams like this before, and I can't lineage that one.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Pan's permanent is only in hand. I think, or is it at all times? I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
Uh,
Your
it's
secret
when,
rare.
I think it's when you play this card from your hand.
I think it's just in hand. It costs a reduce on Pan.
Oh, he was trying to take the triple attacker anyway.
No, I know, but I was trying to see like if.
Yeah, if he could take the pan.
Oh.
Then...
I don't think he could.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But at this point, yeah, I have the Champa, so I just figured just go big, get to 90k, and see if he can get out of it. If he can, then still would feel okay because I have 4 life. He's at 2, but yeah, at this point, yeah, that's where he combos the Heartfelt to try to save himself.
Yeah, the heartfelt plea is really powerful when you get it off, but it just has the potential to clunk out on you.
And this is where he was explaining the Heartfelt play he was trying to make. And I was like, in the end, it probably would have been better not to play Heartfelt plea because since I had Pan on board from the swing anyway, he wouldn't have been able to swing with it, and I would have just grabbed it.
Yeah, that would have been rough coming back at him with it.
Exactly.
So, with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Keep in mind there's buttons down below. There's a place where you put some comments and whatnot. Let us how we're doing, how and how you're doing. And yeah, Jake or Nick, someone lead us out.
Remember to read your cards and know your plays. Let us make the mistakes so that you don't have to, and fluff out.